What's up, guys? So here are my predictions for UFC 257. But first, real quick, just a quick review of today's event. I'm not gonna get into too many details because I only covered 2 fights. But so as far as results, I hit at 9 out of 14, 64%. You know, it's a bittersweet result because I missed the main event and the co-main event. But overall, I'll take 9 out of 14, anytime. So Magny, right? So I picked Manny to win by decision. He lost by decision. He got dominated. So if you listen to my video, I talked about how everybody knew, me, Magny, everyone, exactly what Michael Chiesa's plan was going to be. Get a hold of Manny, take him down, control him on the ground, try to submit him. And that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. See, I was convinced that a guy with such an obvious game plan, Neil Magny would be more than well prepared to stop the takedown. But no, there were even times that Magny tried to take him down and out-grapple him, and he got taken down. Like, just ridiculous. I don't know if I'm just underrating too much Chiesa's takedown ability and control, but clearly Chiesa has shown that he can do that to a lot of people. I still don't think that in the welterweight he stands a chance against guys with good takedown defense like Kobe, Usman. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, disappointing at that one for sure. But even more impressive than that was Munir Lassez. Munir Lassez got treated like an amateur, like a punching bag. Warlley Alves went there and massacred him, destroyed him. It wasn't even competitive at all. It was a one-sided beatdown. Immediately, Alves closes the distance, does clinch, pushes him against the cage, punches, elbows, clinch, knees, takes him down, and then I think it was 3 hard body kicks that just dropped Lassez. But yeah, just like last week where Max Holloway, I was like, where did we see that Holloway versus Volkanovski, Poirier, Frankie Edgar? Where was this Warlley Alves against James Cross, against Randy Brown? This was like an upgraded Warlley Alves. Just whatever, The other one that I missed was Nam and Rivera. I missed 5 of them, got nine right, and I'll take it, whatever. But now, UFC 257, Conor versus Poirier. So main event, Conor versus Poirier, the rematch. So I'm picking Conor to win by TKO round 1. And where do I even start? So this is the 3rd time that I'm picking Conor. I'm sorry, not Conor. This is the 3rd time that I'm breaking down a Conor fight ever since I opened my channel. The first one was when he fought Khabib. The second one was last year when he fought Cerrone. I picked right both times. I picked Khabib to win by a late finish, and then I picked Conor to win by a TKO. I'm picking Conor again. However, I am not super confident on this one. I still do believe, like always, that Conor's biggest window of opportunity to win are all round 1, obviously. I mean, Conor can knock anyone out round 1. And I think all the way till midway round 2. And the thing is, I'm not saying Conor's gonna gas if he doesn't finish Poirier in that time, but I do believe that his true one-punch knockout ability diminishes as the time goes by. And if you really think about it, Conor has the only person that Conor has knocked out flat, like out cold with one punch, was Aldo. I think everyone else has always been combinations of shots. Well, he'll throw one, and then he'll follow it up with 3, 4, 5, 6 more. But just one and done has only been Aldo. And that's the thing, right? I talked about this when he fought Cowboy. Cowboy has finishes. I talked about how Cowboy was the better mixed martial artist because Cowboy has submitted people, has knocked out people with his punches, with his kicks, decisions. Conor is his punches what does the job, you know. Even though against Cowboy there was a head kick that started the whole end, you know, but I mean, even all that, there's no way Conor wins this fight by submission. And then we gotta ask the question: can he win this by decision, assuming he doesn't finish Poirier? You know, can you really sit here and say that if Conor doesn't finish Poirier, you know, round 1 or round 2, he'll be able to outwork Poirier rounds 3, 4, and 5? That I do not know. I can't really say. You know, we've seen Poirier go 5 hard rounds against Dan Hooker, against Max Holloway, and you can tell that round 5 he's still fighting, he's still throwing punches. I don't know if we can say the same about Conor. You know, I don't think he'll be completely gassed out, but I don't think he will be better than Poirier if it makes it to the later rounds. So I'm 80-20. I'm 75-25 Conor by late TKO round 1. Of course, it can also be, you know, anytime round 1, early round 2, but you know, this is not the same Dustin Poirier. You know, I was talking about this in the since 2016 and up until now. Poirier has literally prepared himself more than double the amount of times that Conor has. I mean, let me pull it up real quick. So ever since 2016, Poirier has fought, let's see how many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I think 12 times. Well, Conor has only fought like 5 times. And good guys, you know, Hooker, Max Holloway, Eddie Alvarez, Gaethje, Pettis, Alvarez again. So for anyone to, you know, to say that this is not a different Dustin Poirier, then for sure that makes no sense. And a different weight class too. You really got to wonder how much of Poirier's chin got affected while going down to featherweight. And I believe Poirier, just like Cowboy, is the better mixed martial artist. I think Poirier can win this fight by knockout, by submission, by decision. Conor, I can see him winning by TKO, maybe, possibly a decision, but I'm not too confident on that. Submission, no way. But TKO and maybe a decision. While Poirier can win it all 3 ways, so. But that's the thing, you know. When it comes to Conor, I don't ever like to go pick against Conor unless it's like a really, really strong grappler specialist like Khabib, right? I'm never gonna pick Conor to beat Khabib, but Poirier, you know, you never know. So Conor by late TKO, round 1. It could be an early TKO. But what if Dustin survives and implements, you know, grappling into the situation and starts to wear on Conor? You know, things could get interesting. Then Dan Hooker versus Michael Chandler. I have Dan Hooker by KO TKO round 2. Hooker's coming from his fight against Dustin Poirier, a 5-round fight where both of them, it was an amazing fight. It was a back and forth striking battle between the two of them. I saw Michael Chandler's last 3 fights and then a previous one, and I have to say, the thing that I notice about Chandler is that he is a basic striker, but a high level, let's call him mid to high level basic striker. And when I say basic, I say that if you actually go and watch his fights, you're gonna see that he almost sticks to like 80%, 90% of what he does is jab straight, jab straight, you know, 1-2, 1-1-2, overhand right. But it's like just repeat over and over and over. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, overhand, 1-2. I just don't see that type of style working against such a high level striker like Dan Hooker. You know, 1-2s, overhand rights, it's like, you know, it's like basic stuff for someone like Hooker. On top of Hooker being taller, way more reach. He has like 6 inches advantage. And I think Hooker is faster. The only thing that I'm going to give Chandler better than Hooker is true one-punch knockout power, especially with the right hand. But everything else, technique, speed, footwork, I have Hooker. Of course, I give Michael Chandler a well-deserved puncher's chance because he's shown that his right hand, he has a heavy right hand, but I just don't see him connecting that hand on someone like Hooker. I think he's just too experienced to lose to something like that. Then Atman, Azaitar, and Matt Frevola. I'm also picking another TKO round 1. I have Atman, Azaitar, KO or TKO round 1. Another fight where I think it's going to be I think it's going to be I think Atman is going to make it a striking battle, while Matt Frevola might try to strike. I'm sorry, he's going to strike, but I'm pretty sure he's going to want to take this fight down ASAP. I don't think he's going to want to go there and trade punches with Azaitar. That would be dumb of him. But I don't think he'll be able to. So what I don't think necessarily that is two guys that want to go and trade punches with each other. I think that Azaitar is going to make Frevola, he's going to keep the fight standing and turning into a striking match where I think Azaitar is going to connect and knock him out. I think he's a way better striker. He hits hard, way more, not super technical. I've seen him do a little crazy things, but overall I think he's faster, more power, and just a better striker. So Azaitar, KO, TKO, round 1. Then I'm running out of time here. I always say that because I only get 15 minutes when I do it from my cell phone. It's like 12 already. Tsarukyan versus Haqparast. I have Tsarukyan by decision. This guy's grappling, I think, is what's gonna make the difference. He's only lost in the UFC was against Islam Makhachev, who is even a better grappler. And Tsarukyan took that fight on short notice. He's a decision maker, but not too entertaining, to be honest. But I think his grappling will be able to out-grapple Nasrat Haqparast and get the decision. I think it's going to be a striking battle with Tsarukyan will keep the fight standing or use it to take him down if he has to and pull the decision. Brad Tavares versus Antonio Carlos Jr. I have Brad Tavares by decision. Something about Brad Tavares is that he's really good at keeping fights standing, and the only guy that I've seen being able to take him down over and over and over, but Tavares got up every single time, was Yoel Romero, and Yoel Romero is an Olympic wrestler. I do not see Antonio Carlos Jr. having the grappling ability to take him down. Even Uriah Hall was able to stop a lot of his takedowns. I have Tavares by decision all day, keeps the fight standing and pulls a decision. And then the other one has Khalil Rountree versus Marcin Prachnio. Khalil Rountree, brutal knockout round 1. Marcin Prachnio is absolutely terrible. Like, this guy got knocked out with one punch by Sam Alvey. That should tell you just how bad he is. I was talking about how Sam Alvey is just a slow motion machine and still look like the better, faster striker. Khalil Rountree, he got brutalized by Kutalaba last time, but if you watch his fight before that against Eric Anders, you will see that his striking is infinite times superior to Prachnio. And Prachnio has no grappling. And I think in the fight with Kutalaba was able to take him down and land elbows. I don't see Prachnio being able to do that. So Khalil Rountree, brutal knockout round 1. So I have Connor by KO or TKO round 1, Dan Hooker by KO or TKO round 2, Azaitar KO or TKO round 1, Tsarukyan by decision, Brad Tavares by decision, and Khalil Rountree by KO or TKO round 1. All right, guys, have a good one.